Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today is a glorious, beautiful day outside, but inside my mind, it is an absolute storm of chaos, and we have some truly explosive updates to discuss right now. Grab your snacks, get comfortable, and let's dive right into the madness. Wait, let me back up. Oh wait, before that happened, actually, we need to talk about Jocelyn. I forgot to mention earlier, but Jocelyn Jacks thought she was doing something so iconic. She literally worked out this massive, secret deal with the WSB director, Z. She thought she was the smartest person in the room, trading the deceased Cassius to be the ultimate scapegoat for all of Ross Cullum's horrific crimes. She did it to get Jason and Valentine Cassadine their full release and freedom. She even went to Lucas Jones, which is insane by the way, and basically told him to swallow his grief and bury the truth about Cullum murdering Marco Rios. Jocelyn thought she was playing chess while everyone else was playing checkers. She thought she won, but mark my words, I knew it was too easy. I was yelling at my screen the whole time like, Jocelyn, you are dealing with the WSB. They are literally a corrupt nightmare. Okay, where was I? Right, so Carly. Carly is at Turning Woods. It is the middle of the night. The lighting is all moody and dark, and the hallways are completely silent. You know that creepy hospital silence where you can hear the hum of the fluorescent lights? Yeah. That? Carly is sneaking around because she is Carly and she literally cannot mind her own business for 5 minutes. She's probably there to check on Jack Brennan or snoop around because she knows Jocelyn is getting way too deep into this WSB mess. Z had just told Carly earlier that Jocelyn was too valuable to lose, and he envisioned a bright future for her. Z was even flirting with Carly. He was like, is it working? When she accused him of hitting on her. The audacity, the absolute nerve of this man. So Carly is creeping down the hallway at Turning Woods, and she hears voices. Low, whispering voices coming from a darkened room. At this point, I'm yelling at my TV. Carly, turn around. Run. Go call Sunny. But no, she creeps closer to the door because she is nosy, and we love her for it. She peeks through the crack in the door, and she sees Z, the big, bad, mysterious director of the WSB. He is standing in the shadows, talking to someone sitting in a chair. And then the figure leans forward into the moonlight. My jaw dropped. I stopped breathing. I actually think my soul left my body for a solid 10 seconds. It was Ross Cullum. Ross Cullum. The monster. The man who murdered Marco Rios in cold blood. The man who kidnapped Liesl Obrecht and dragged her into a sub-basement. The man who has been hunting Rocco Falconeri and Britt Westbourne like animals. He is sitting there in Turning Woods, looking completely relaxed, like he owns the place. But wait, it gets worse. It gets so much worse. I can't even type fast enough to explain this. Z looks at Cullum, this absolute psychopath, and he calls him, brother. I am dead. I am literally deceased. Z and Ross Cullum are brothers. They are blood. The head of the WSB and the most dangerous double agent terrorists in Port Charles are family. My mind immediately started racing. I was like, are you serious? This means the entire deal with Jocelyn was a setup. The WSB didn't agree to pin Cullum's crimes on Cassius, because Jocelyn is some brilliant negotiator. Z agreed to it because he was protecting his own brother. He used Jocelyn's desperation to free Jason and Valentine as the perfect excuse to legally erase Ross Cullum's crimes and give him a clean slate. Cassius, who literally just died and broke Liesl Obrecht's heart into a million pieces, is going down in history as a monster just so Z can protect his twisted sibling. The nepotism, the corruption. I am so disgusted, and yet I am so entertained I can barely stand it. So Carly is standing outside the door, and she realizes all of this at the exact same time I do. You can see the horror wash over Laura Wright's face. She realizes that her daughter didn't outsmart the WSB. Her daughter just handed the WSB the exact cover-up they needed. Jocelyn is now a pawn in a massive, lethal family conspiracy. And then, because this is a soap opera and people can never just quietly walk away, Carly's shoe squeaks. Or she gasps. Something happens. I don't even know. I was too busy hyperventilating. But Z stops talking. The silence in that room was so loud it was deafening. Z slowly turns his head toward the door. I was screaming, run Carly, run. But Z is too fast. He yanks the door open and drags Carly into the room. The flirty, charming guy who was hitting on her yesterday, gone. Completely gone. John Oliver is playing this role so perfectly because his face went from charming British gentleman to absolute cold-blooded killer in 1 second. He slams Carly against the wall. Carly is fierce, right? We know Carly. She goes toe to toe with mob bosses. She fought Agent Harker. But in this moment, you can see the absolute terror in her eyes, because Z holds all the cards. Z looks her dead in the eye and drops the most lethal, terrifying threat I have ever heard on this show. He tells her that if she breathes a single word about this, if she tells Sunny, if she tells Jason, if she goes to the police, if she even looks at someone the wrong way, Jocelyn is dead. He will have the WSB eliminate Jocelyn so fast they won't even find a body. Not okay. Absolutely not okay. Why would he do that? I mean, I know he's a villain, but threatening Jocelyn to paralyze Carly is so evil. And the worst part? Russ Cullum is just sitting there in the background. The man who is supposed to be dead to the world, the man whose crimes are being pinned on a corpse, he just sits there and smirks. That smug, arrogant, disgusting smirk. He looks like a ghost who just won the lottery. He knows Carly is trapped. He knows he got away with murder. He knows he killed Marco, ruined Lucas's life, terrorized the entire town, and now he has the full protection of the director of the WSB. I want to punch my TV. I swear, Ross Cullum needs to get it together, or someone needs to take him out permanently. Sunny needs to find out about this. If Sunny knew that Z threatened Jocelyn's life, Z would be at the bottom of the harbor by morning. But Carly can't tell him. She is completely trapped. This is the ultimate nightmare for Carly. She is a mother first. She will do literally anything to protect her kids. But this means she has to watch Lucas Jones suffer. She has to watch Lucas mourn Marco, knowing that Marco's true killer is alive, well, and protected by the government. She has to watch Liesel Obrecht cry over Cassius being branded a terrorist, knowing Cassius is just a convenient scapegoat for Cullum. She has to swallow all of this injustice, all of this poison, just to keep Jocelyn breathing. The psychological torture of this scene is just brilliant. I hate it, but I love it. Carly is standing there, pinned against the wall by Z, staring at Cullum's smirk, and she realizes she is completely powerless. The great Carly Spencer, muzzled by the WSB. And don't even get me started on what Cullum is planning next. Because you know he isn't just going to quietly retire to a private island. No, he is sitting in the shadows of Turning Woods, wearing the mask of a dead man, and you can just see the gears turning in his sick head. He is preparing for something worse. I'm calling it now. This is going to end badly for Port Charles. Mark my words, Cullum is going to use his new dead status to launch a massive, a ruthless, cruel, catastrophic attack on everyone who wronged him. He's going to go after Sunny. He's going to go after Anna. He's going to track down Rocco and Britt and do something unspeakable because he has zero consequences now. Z will just cover it all up. Wait, did I already say that? Whatever. Anyway, the point is, the stakes have never been higher. I am just thinking about Jocelyn right now. She is probably sitting in her dorm room, or at Bobby's, feeling so proud of herself. She thinks she saved Jason. She thinks she saved Valentine. She thinks she manipulated the system. She has no idea that the system manipulated her. She has no idea that she just gave a free pass to a serial killer and that her own mother is now being held hostage by this secret. When Jocelyn finds out the truth, and you know she will eventually, because secrets in Port Charles always explode, she is going to absolutely break down. The guilt is going to destroy her. And what about Jack Brennan? He is literally down the hall in Turning Woods. Does Brennan know Z and Cullum are brothers? Is Brennan part of this? Or is he a victim of it too? Nina is trying to team up with Brennan, but if Brennan is tangled up with Z's family mafia, Nina is walking into a death trap. I am honestly so stressed out. I need a nap. I need a glass of water. I need Sonny Corinthos to kick down the door of Turning Woods and just start handling business. But we know it's going to be a slow burn. We are going to have to watch Carly suffer in silence. We are going to have to watch Cullum sneak around Port Charles like a phantom, setting up his next horrific plan. We are going to have to watch Z play the charming British director while secretly running a criminal empire for his brother. This show is wild. It is actually insane. I have been watching for years and I have never seen a twist this dark and this deeply personal. The family dynamics of it all. Z protecting his brother by destroying Carly's family. It's Shakespearean, honestly. It's so dramatic. Okay, I need to go process this. I need to text my friends and make sure they saw this because I cannot carry this burden alone. The audacity of Ross Cullum's smirk is going to haunt my dreams tonight. If anyone touches Jocelyn, I am rioting. I am literally done. I can't breathe. I will see you guys next time assuming I survive the stress of tomorrow's episode.